watch how bad this thing is gonna spin right here. This is like a 30 roll. Oh man, I missed that so much. All right, we're done. So this video is sponsored by Simply Carbon. Now they're one of the only companies that is realizing the potential of the 4.6 liter 2 valve. I think that's pretty cool because that's literally what we're building on this channel. Now they have a really clean and crisp carbon fiber wallet. Y'all see the mirror, you can see me. Whoo, this thing is beautiful. Now the nice thing about this wallet, it is clean, it is crisp, it is lightweight, and most importantly, it is durable. I've dropped this wallet quite a few times and it still looks brand new. Durability is king whenever you guys are looking for car parts. Now they also have a really nice phone case as well. Glass, straight mirror. Looks amazing. Definitely some high quality parts you guys should definitely check out if you guys are looking to add some carbon fiber to your lifestyle. Now you guys know on the FRS I have carbon fiber littered all over that car. Don't have too much of it on the Mustang. Maybe I might add some, but I think that's just a different vibe. But as far as accessories, I mean, Simply Carbon is the way to go. You can save 10% off by using code EP10. Link is gonna be at the top of the description below. Helps me out. And obviously it helps them out as well. They are one of the only companies that are supporting the 2 valve builds right now. So I think y'all should show some support. So all that being said, let's get right into the video. Yo, welcome back to the channel everyone. And today is the day that we are going to fix my 2004 Supercharged Mustang GT. Now, we're gonna go ahead and get a couple of things done. I'm taking the car over to the shop. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be staying here while this is getting done because I have quite a bit of things to do today, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk you guys through everything that's gonna get replaced, upgraded, so we can go ahead and start ripping on this car again. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn those post notifications. Let's get right into it. You guys can see here, we have a lot of stuff from LAR. We got the valve cover gaskets in this box because those are leaking, so they need to be replaced. We have a Innovate gauge right here, which is gonna be for the AFR and boost all integrated into one. That's gonna replace this AM gauge here that went bad, so that definitely needs to be swapped out because I have nowhere to monitor my AFRs and boost, so that's gonna be a nice upgrade. Then I also have the OEM cold packs Motorcraft, which are taxed as well as some NGK TR6 one-step cooler spark plug, so we're gonna get those swapped out as well. I also have the intake gasket manifolds as well, just in case those are bad too, so want to be prepared. Let's go ahead and get a cold start. Alright, so I hope you guys can hear me. You guys saw that we are on the roll around right now, or the roll arounds. I get my new tires today, so we're gonna go ahead and swap out the front tires, which are destroyed. My driver's side is actually showing wire, so that's gonna get replaced. My passenger side is almost done, and my rear tires, they're iffy. I mean, it feels like, I kind of think they're a little bit dry rotted a little bit. I have not like driven the car or honestly had the rears on in quite some time, and like these are the wheels and tires that were on the car when I bought this car over a year ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all those replaced today. But obviously I'm gonna get the car fixed first, and then after that we're gonna go ahead and get that stuff done. So if that's not in this video, we'll be in the next one. We'll have the new front tires, and
We'll have the new weld wheel on here because I actually got the wheel yesterday as well. So we're kind of gonna freshen up a bunch of stuff in the car. So we're gonna go ahead and head over to the gas station right now because I do need to get gas. I don't like driving this car like less than half a tank just because stock GT tank, it's kind of sketch, like no cap. But we're gonna go ahead and fill it up and then we'll get a POV drive to the shop. You guys are gonna notice something immediately. Excuse the junky car, but I still got a bunch of stuff in the back. You guys can see here old stuff, but I have a new I almost said AEM, an Innovate gauge. I had an AEM gauge in the car that actually broke, but this Innovate gauge is pretty cool. Now you're gonna see this gauge actually goes ahead and it monitors AFR as well as boost. Now the nice thing about this gauge is, as you guys can see here, I have AFR, which is gonna show up here. I also have boost pressure up here as well. Let me let it kind of load up so you guys can see it. I have AFR as well as boost on here as well. Now, me going ahead and pressing this button here, you're gonna see I can change it to just the wideband. This actually records peak boost as well. So the nice thing about this is, so let's say you go out racing, you take it to the track or whatnot, you can actually go ahead and have a record of what your peak boost was. Now I wish I had this in the FRS because that would have completely alleviated that hypothesis that that car over boosted. So this is going to go back in that car as soon as that is running. So we can actually obviously go back and have AFR at the top, boost at the bottom, but you guys can see here, very easy to switch between, very easy to see. It's digital, all the text is in white, very easy to see, you know, at night. Now it's like 100 degrees outside. My intake air temps are 106 right now. It's like 100 out, so it's about 5 degrees over ambient. So we are not going to be beating on this car in this video. In a future video, we'll be doing some hard pulls, but we're not doing that today because it is just entirely too hot to do any of that. But this Treadstone intercooler is literally going to work because you guys can see it's already dropping 104, 106. This Treadstone intercooler is going to work because the temps are either like ambient or they're like no more than 5 degrees over, 6 degrees over, which is super nice. It's crazy because every time I pull up to this mall or any spot, like a cop is like right there ASAP. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. Like that's why I don't be sitting at these spots that long anymore. They catching on to your boy. But some other things that we went ahead and changed with the car, with this setup, is we replaced the valve cover gaskets, which were leaking. Now, if you guys are unaware, before, whenever I would go into boost, or what I did right there, just a small pull, not even like a really, you know, hard pull, just a small pull, the car would actually go ahead and blow a little bit of oil. So me going ahead and fixing the valve cover gaskets, so going ahead and fixing the valve cover gaskets, I just gotta go ahead and roll my window up so you guys can hear me. Switching the valve cover gaskets, obviously just going back to OEM, that fixed that, so we're good to go on that. The car is not blowing oil. I actually tested that last night. I did a small roll-in pull and it is not leaking oil. Now what we also did, oh man, and what we also did is we replaced the coil packs with Ford Motorcraft OEM. We had some Edelbrock MSD coil packs in here. Those failed like right away, so took those out, put the taxed Ford Motorcraft, put the taxed Ford Motorcraft back in. I'm sorry, y'all. drive this. Like literally, it's been like a month since I could drive this car. Oh man, I don't know if that's a cop right there, but I don't know what that is. Man, I miss this so much, honestly. Alright, y'all, watch how bad this thing is gonna spin right here. This is like a 30 roll. Oh man, I missed that so much. Alright, we're done. We're done. We're done. But as I was saying, ooh, coolant temp got to 214. We're done. But as I was saying, it's been quite some time since I've been able to go ahead and actually like rip on this car. We went ahead and replaced the Ford OEM coil packs, or we replaced the 2 Ford OEM coil packs because we had the Edelbrock MSDs in here. And well, this is the one I said 99% of the problems. This is the one issue that we're still having. I'll go ahead and talk about that in a little bit. But we went ahead and replaced the Edelbrock MSD coil packs to the OEM ones, which were bad. Those went bad like super early on. So if you guys are wondering, I thought that was a cop right there. My bad. But if you guys are ever on the fence on if you should actually spend the extra money and get OEM coil packs versus the Edelbrocks or MSDs, or I think they have some like SLs for these cars as well, just go ahead and spend the extra money on the Ford, because you're gonna spend more money going ahead and having to buy it twice. So spend once, cry once, and get it done once the first time. Am I even speaking English right now? Get it done right the first time. Now, also, I was gonna go ahead and replace the spark plugs too, but we actually went ahead and threw in some TR7s instead. The car actually had TR7s off rip when I first boosted this car, because the amount of boost we are pushing is quite high. I'm actually gonna go check the amount of boost we pushed right there. It is hot as hell outside. It probably only hit 7 pounds. Oh no, it hit 10.3 pounds actually. But the amount of boost we are pushing is quite high on this car. At max RPM, when I actually do let this car ring out, it's around 13.5 pounds of boost. That's what it was last time. I don't really know what it would be right now. The funny thing is, yesterday when I did go ahead and kind of do a pull in this car in first gear, I had on the other filter, like the big like Spectre filter on it, and it only hit 7 pounds of boost. Now I actually have on the oh, something's going on up here. This video is all over the place. Oh well, it's a raw POV drive. That's how we do on this channel. But I actually have on the Turbo Guard filter, and it actually hit 3 pounds higher. So when I do go ahead and do a hard pulls video, obviously it is just far too hot to do it right now. It's like 100 degrees outside, like I said. I'm really curious to see what boost pressure it is. And the nice thing is about this gauge is I could go back and check. So that cop was just looking at my car like he was itching to pull my ass over. It's funny, he pulls over a Tesla, not my loud shit. Oh my goodness. But as I was saying, y'all, that's like what we did. We did the valve cover gaskets, we did the coil packs, and we also did the spark plugs with 2-step colder plugs this time, because this car is pushing a considerable amount of boost. I believe around 15 PSI, that's what my engine builder is telling me in the tuner, which is the same person, by the way. They say to use the 2-step cooler when you're pushing, you know, 15 pounds or higher. And considering the fact that this car already put out 3 more pounds of boost with the turbo guard as opposed to the Spectre filter, same parameters, just a first gear roll-in. I don't know. I'm really curious how much boost this car puts down, but I mean, this thing, it don't hook at all. With the street tire, it doesn't hook. So I mean, there's really no point me to be doing rolls anyway. Like after they get warmed up, they hook, but I mean, for the most part, they ain't hooking. And this is with 355 gears too. It's doing this. No 410s, no 373s, 355s. The first time like shifting this car with the MGW, it's actually kind of strange, I'm not gonna lie. It's not bad, but I have to definitely get used to it before I can start banging gears. So I'm kind of slow, but oh man. I love it. Adjust my clutch cable again. I'm kind of feeling that like resistance a little bit again, which sucks. Though, because I know I'm in cop land right now. Actually, no, I'm not in cop land right now. I think I'm in a different town. I'm like 99% sure I'm in a different town right now. Oh, I missed this so much. The car cool off right now. It's a nice little area here just to kind of just stop for a second. All right, y'all, I'm gonna switch over to the Sony joint so I can go ahead and pop this hood and show you guys exactly kind of what we did under the hood, because there is actually quite a few things that look a little bit different. All right, got the car behind me. We're done with a little joyride. I'm gonna go ahead and break down everything that you can actually see that changed under the hood of this car, because to the untrained eye, you might think this car is like doing a lot more than it actually is, but we're gonna go ahead and break this down. So as you guys can see, I actually went ahead and replaced the Spectre guard with the turbo guard, and it actually made like 3 extra pounds of boost from that first gear rip. First gear is not gonna give me full pounds of boost. If I were to go ahead and do a pull in third and fourth, it would read the full pounds, but before it was only getting like 7, now it's over 10, so I'm really curious to see exactly what's gonna go down when I actually ring this car all the way out, what type of boost it might be at. Now what you guys are also gonna see here is this is kind of like the 4-bar sensor for the Innovate gauge. Now to the untrained eye, you might think that's like a flex fuel kit or like a meth kit or something like that, but that's kind of like the map sensor for the gauge, so it can read boost and AFR properly. I really recommend that gauge, guys. Like, I wish I had that in the FRS. I really do. So for all you turbo guys, definitely go ahead, and get this Innovate gauge with the map sensor. It's amazing. It's hot as hell under this engine bay. We replaced the valve cover gaskets as well. I actually have another breather over here as well to kind of prevent blow-by, because this motor was actually getting quite a bit of blow-by, or what we think it was getting quite a bit of blow-by. I don't have a catch can. Just went ahead and added another breather, so far so good. I mean, there's no oil leaking. I just checked. You guys saw, if I did this like a week ago, it would have had oil all over the valve covers. There would have been steam coming out the, well, not steam, would have been literally just a bunch of, you know, smoke coming out the engine bay. So all that is good now, thank God, and hopefully it stays that way. But yeah, the only issue that I'm still having with the car right now is it is still throwing like the slight misfire code on startup. So my hypothesis to that is just that's something that's, you know, dealing with inside the engine. I don't know. We replaced the coils, we replaced the plugs, went ahead and fixed all the issues. So I'm just gonna keep monitoring that closely. There really isn't too much I can do about that. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys have any ideas, because I replaced like all of like the spark components and it's still throwing that slight misfire. Car is fully catless, but that doesn't really matter. I don't really notice the miss at all driving. I definitely don't notice the miss up top anymore, because I did test it when it was cooler out, just really briefly. But need to go ahead and actually wring this car all the way out when I have the new wheel and tire setup on here, because I'm not doing that with the street setup. You guys saw it just spins. First gear is useless, second gear is useless, anything under a 50 roll is useless. So, and these tires, front tires, are done, so I need to go ahead and replace all that just so it's a little bit safer to run. But overall, that's the new setup with the car. Hopefully it's going to be the final setup for the stock motor, because literally the built motor have all the parts. They're just going ahead and just putting it together now and kind of doing the finishing touches. So hopefully within like a month and a half maximum, we'll have at the very least the short block in the car, because I do kind of want to get used to the car with like 650 wheel horsepower before I really turn it up. So that's the plan. Hopefully we're good to go. That should be done sometime in like August, maybe July, I don't know, but we'll see. That's the new setup that we're working with right now. Hopefully this is going to be the final setup for the stock motor, because I don't really want to go ahead and do anything else to this car. As far as stock motor wise, I'm ready to go ahead and get that built block dropped in, and we can really go ahead and put down some power. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. Been your boy Ears POV. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.